Now, your StormTracker Team forecast with meteorologist Adam Olivier.
Well, we are tracking quite a bit out there as we head through the next 24 to 48 hours as we get set for this big winter storm that is going to head our way. So we right now have a winter storm warning for all of our area. You can see that extends from our Mississippi counties all the way down to our coastal parishes, and that goes into effect starting at midnight going into Tuesday. So Tuesday at midnight through Wednesday, at least that midnight time frame, that's when we see this winter storm warning in place for us. And that is because we are expecting 3 to 6 inches of snow to fall I-10 and I-12 northward, with 1 to 3 inches of snow south to the coast. And then right along the coast, a little bit of some icing is possible too. Now, we also have a cold weather advisory also extended for the entirety of our area, and that is going to be spread out through the next few days because not only do we have this cold weather already in place, strong winds will make it feel so much colder, like it's in the teens at many points in time. And that includes tomorrow morning, which means you need to be bundled up as you head out the door. The good news is I'm not expecting too many issues for your Monday, but let's talk about this timing here because there have been a few adjustments to this forecast. If you joined me last night, I talked about this. Well, really around midnight is when we're going to see the start of this. Now, at first, it's likely to be a wintry mix as temperatures will be hovering just above freezing. So we'll see some sleet, some snow, some freezing rain potential, but impacts will be limited at first. Once we get closer to that lunch hour, though, some very heavy snow is expected to fall with accumulation starting up, and that's when we're going to see those roads become really treacherous to drive on. So that's why we're going to keep you indoors through the day, or at least off the roads. You can go out and play in the snow, but don't get on the roadways. By Tuesday afternoon, we're in the thick of it with some very heavy snow all the way to the coastline, although we could see again that little bit of icing that develops there. 4 to 6 inches. Locally, we could see even higher amounts in spots with power outages possible because of the weight of that snow on tree limbs and on power lines. It could bring those down. And then Tuesday night, we transition back to a wintry mix very briefly before the precipitation winds down. And of course, you're not going to want to be on the roadways because they're basically going to be impassable. So here we go, 10 p.m. Monday. Notice our model not really showing a whole lot, just a lot of cloud cover. But as we get to that midnight time frame, we start to get these little green specks, which indicates the potential for some rain, and then eventually transitioning, where you see that pink, to freezing rain. Now that looks to happen early in the morning Tuesday. By 7 a.m. though, our model says we are socked in with snow already until you get down to Lafourche and Terrebonne parishes and then out to the east where temperatures will be a little bit warmer. As we go through the day, look at this. Midday, all this blue indicates that snowfall that is just stuck right on top of us. And this is a picture you rarely see here in South Louisiana with snow all the way down to the coast. By 3, 4, 5 o'clock, still in the snow. It's only until 6 p.m. the back edge of this system starts to work its way on in, and we see an end to this. However, some very impressive totals are expected out of this. There's going to be a zone that forms up. The exact positioning of this still yet to be determined, but the general idea is at least along the I-10 and I-12 corridor northward, 4 to 6 inches, locally heavier amounts where you get some of these snow bursts that may come out, and that could put you up closer to 8 inches when all is said and done. You go south of that line, we're generally looking at 2 to 4 inches, so still pretty impressive for places like Gonzales, Laplace, over towards New Orleans. The ice potential, very low, which is great news. We don't want to see icing on the roads because that's the stuff that really lingers for days and days on end. But there will be a chance for at least 1/10 of an inch, or at least a little bit less than that at the very beginning here, generally south of I-10, and then right along the Louisiana coastline in southeastern Louisiana, Terrebonne, Lafourche, Jefferson, Plaquemines parishes could see up to 1/4 inch of ice, but that's looking less and less likely. But that's like worst case scenario. So that's what we're looking at currently. Obviously Tuesday, you're wanting to get inside, stay warm, maybe go out, build a snowman, have some snowball fights, but stay off the roadways. And then Wednesday morning, do not drive. We'll get a few hours of warming on Wednesday before anything that's melted we'll actually start refreezing, and then we'll do it all over again Thursday morning with some black ice potential forming on our roadways. Now, out there right now, it's already cold. The freezing mark has been reached at New Roads and Jackson, 30 in Kentwood right now, 35 in Baton Rouge. Well, tonight we are going to see those temperatures dropping into the mid-20s, setting all this up. Tomorrow, it's going to be a dry day, but you can see those clouds increase and temperatures struggling to reach 40 in the afternoon. So we have that heavy snowfall potential on your Tuesday. Look at these temperatures through the end of the week. It is going to be extremely cold each morning, hard freeze likely, and likely some travel issues at least through Friday morning.